Right, so welcome to the first ever episode of Rookie Reviews. The three of us got together and thought, why not review some cars? How hard can it be? Unfortunately, we've only got our own cars to review, so today we're going to start with
my M135i from Germany.
35i or 135i?
135.
We're not reviewing how people say cars, we're reviewing cars.
You know.
It's going to be my C63 AMG.
And then is it a C63?
C63.
C63, yeah.
I say it's
C63.
Yeah. And then we're going to finish off with Mark 5 Golf GTI that I own. So tell us what you think. Hopefully we don't make too much of a mess of it.
And review our review.
Aside from my soul, there goes a sight from my soul.
So first up on Rookie's Reviews, which is I've actually named this.
Rookie review. This is definitely
Rookie's Reviews. Yeah. We're in Barnes's M135i. 326 brake horsepower.
315 in the books.
Oh, right.
To get on a dyno.
Yeah, to get on a dyno. Totally bog standard. Automatic gearbox.
8-speed ZF, not just an automatic gearbox.
Yeah, all right. Go on about it.
And it's keyless start,
Yep.
so that's what I'm going to do first of all.
I just heard a little
Boom.
thud. Just want to double check that we haven't lost any GoPros. Right, GoPros on. GoPros on.
GoPro's on.
Right.
Turn that vent off so my nuts don't get
So
pushed.
first thing I notice is that we need washer fluid. This is a really, really good start to
That's a
the...
good warning, that is.
But all in all, I'm liking
Nice.
it. I
Nice
like
place
it.
to be, isn't it?
Very nice place to be.
Oh, hang on. When you drive Barnes's car, you have to
Wear
You have to
Oakleys.
steal my
put
sunglasses.
his 1995 Oakleys on.
These the Neo ones.
Did you get a free leather jacket with them?
Cool. Well, it's not sunny today, so...
you look well in those then.
yeah.
Slightly paedophilic.
Maybe when I was
You got to remember,
17.
James, my face isn't normal shape, so just want to go down.
Have we got heated seats, Barnes?
Nope.
Okay.
Not an option I got on this.
Right, so how many modes are there first, Barnes?
You'll be in comfort to start with, then you've got Sport and Sport Plus.
Right.
Sport is probably where you want to go. And
How
if
do I
you
do
wanna,
that?
just knock it forward one and you'll see on the dash it will go to Sport.
Oh, hey.
If you want to go into manual, then knock the gear stick over to the left.
Yeah, immediately, first thing I notice is that it's very, very...
Because this is
on the road, it's really plant... Like, you get a lot of feedback with BMW, I think.
But even though this is electric steering, I've not noticed any difference over analog ones.
Oh no, just cleaned our cars and there's all water on the road. These kids.
It does sound good, like considering it's a standard exhaust.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to have that.
Steering wheel feels small, if I'm honest. It does feel small, but again, that's just the way that BMW have done it. They did it with all their cars.
It's a nice wheel, that.
Yeah, it is.
I think the facelift one is a slightly nicer wheel, isn't it?
Is there a facelift from this?
Yeah, this is pre-facelift, so this is the facelift ones are LCI models.
Right.
So you've got a much sportier steering wheel, which is a lot lighter and fatter. And I think they came in Alcantara.
Probably go right down.
Yeah, I'm going to go right, yeah. So it's electric steering, because it does feel weird, doesn't it?
Yeah, but at the moment it's still waiting.
Changes gear quickly, doesn't it?
And that's a single, that's not a dual clutch.
No, single.
Oh, that's what I can't
Really?
get over. I drove a 235 and that shifts like a DSG to me. Like, that shifts fast, I think.
So I'm using the pedals. I'm using the pedals because obviously you get a bit more of a bit more drivability, don't you? A bit more.
It's because you haven't got to take your hands off the wheel. I shouldn't have cleaned the seats.
Shut off there. So you haven't got heated seats?
No, don't need it really.
Well, I've got leather and not got heated seats, and really annoys me in the winter that I don't have heated seats.
Now, mine has got heated seats, and I vowed when I had a car without leather seats, without heated seats, sorry, I vowed that I would never buy a car without heated seats.
I'm
again.
of the same opinion now. My next car will have heated seats.
Because granted, when it's hot, when it's really hot outside, leather's horrible. But when it's really cold outside, leather's also horrible. But you should be able to do something about that.
Yeah.
Can you pull away in second, or? I'm assuming you probably can. I mean,
seems to be alright.
Really quick at changing gear, isn't it?
So fast.
Really quick.
It sounds awesome.
It does sound very good.
Sounds like a BMW.
It sounds like. Do you know what it
Yeah.
reminds me of? Those old 3 litre straight six turbo Skylines.
Yeah.
It's got that whoop, whoop.
So what size engine is this then?
3 litre straight six.
3 litre straight six.
Which is why it sounds like a 3 litre straight six.
So it's a single turbo.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It's some sort of fancy turbo with short blades or something. I don't know. I've stopped listening to.
Let's not get. I mean, no one really like. If you care about that, you're probably a virgin.
Yes.
So let's not get into that too much.
So we're in second gear. We're doing 28 mile an hour, and I'm gonna just floor it. Immediate pickup. That gear change
It's
is
so fast.
really. I mean, you'd have thought with a turbo at top rev, you'd have thought it'd run out of beans,
doesn't.
but it
Really
doesn't.
The
Now watch Barnes go now. Now I just wanted to give it some round the corner because not only does Barnes look funny flying around, but I noticed that it's really dialed in.
Yeah.
There's not understeer.
It grips well.
It really doesn't feel like there's any understeer. You know, it feels good. I like it. I really do like it. They've done well, BMW. I must admit though, I come back to the steering each time. I'm confused about it.
No, I'm the same.
I'm confused.
When it's wet, because it knows it's wet, and when the temperature's sort of below 10 degrees,
Yeah.
the car says, no, I'm going to wake the steering up.
Right.
And the first time it did it, a couple of days after I bought the car, I thought that the power steering had gone.
Really?
Yeah. And
It does feel like that sometimes.
I got out and checked the power steering fluid level.
Look at this man.
Double cyclist, look. Double cyclist.
Why are your knees out that far? Right. Yeah. So going back to my original question, and I like to ask Barnes this question because I think it winds him up. The options that Barnes didn't get on his car.
So, where do we get to?
Did you get sat nav?
Yeah, you have to move your seat forward a long way, James. What's that?
Because I am not freakishly tall.
Do you have sat nav?
No.
Oh
Ooh.
dear.
Don't need sat nav. I've got a phone with Waze.
You got Google Maps, true. You don't have heated seats.
No.
Did you get the adaptive suspension? Because then you can put it in comfort on really bumpy roads like this.
Has it been a bit bumpy on roads?
I think I've noticed a couple of bumps. I don't know about you, Dan.
I thought I was going to ask you about suspension. Is it M suspension or is it adaptive suspension?
No, it's not adaptive. It is.
We're just going to come forward a little bit more.
Right.
Oh, it does sound nice. I'll probably stop revving in this people's driveway. So just down for. I'll press the button. Down for drive.
Don't understand. Why is it so difficult? Don't understand.
No, I did consider.
Didn't fancy the panoramic roof, the sunroof.
No.
No.
Something else to clean. The adaptive suspension. I drove one with that on.
Yeah.
And then drove this and went.
And you prefer this? I have heard a few. I have heard a few people say that actually this is. Some consider this suspension more of a sweet spot.
Yeah.
Whereas the adaptive can be a bit too soft in comfort.
The only thing that I think this car could do is the LSD.
Yeah. Is that an optional extra?
It's an optional extra. It's a £2,000 optional extra from Beamer. You can pick them up for about 1,300, 1,400 quid now.
What are these bell ends doing?
And fitting is probably another few hundred quid on top.
I reckon so. It's a bit work.
So
these seats are comfy and supportive.
Yeah, they are. They
when
are.
you're in the front.
Yeah. That's a vibe in the back.
Have you got a seatbelt on? Yeah.
You better.
You It's actually a 5-seater this, but
You wouldn't. I mean, unless you're 3 children.
exactly. I'm going to have a hip replacement by the time I get out of it.
It feels solid, doesn't it?
It feels like the steering is really heavy.
Yeah,
like, it feels like
yeah.
it like stops you at points.
Yeah,
like
it does.
I always think the steering on my Golf's heavy, but it feels like it's almost stopping you.
You wait till you get in mine, you feel like you haven't got any steering.
Yeah.
It's really,
Lights
really
are
different.
better.
Yeah, it is.
Is there? Hang on, I'm just trying to. Oh right, so
It wakes up a bit.
I'm just trying to work out if it shows me what gear I am, and it does.
Yep.
Now I think we spoke about this before, Barnes. Can I rev it out, or will it change up for me?
It will change up for you in manual.
Yeah, see, mine does that and it annoys me. I don't want to sit on the limiter, but I've had it a couple of times where it's second guessed me,
Yeah.
and it's changed as I've gone to change,
Right.
and I've gone up 2 gears.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Like that.
It's not really for me a case of it deciding when I change up. It's
That
more
is-
the fact that it takes it away from me.
It's
I wanna
really
change it.
planted, isn't
It
it?
is planted.
I've not owned a rear-wheel drive car, but that inspires a lot of confidence,
Yeah.
like in how much grip there is.
Yeah. Changes so quick, doesn't it?
I can't get over that. That's a single clutch gearbox. Like,
it does change.
That's so smooth.
They have nailed that.
That is as fast as the DSG in my Golf. Like, admittedly, my Golf's like 10 years old now, but that is fast. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Have you got adaptive xenons, Bonds?
Yes.
Oh, you have got the adaptive
Yes,
ones?
the adaptive xenons are-
good.
Because that's an optional extra.
Yes.
And are they good? Like, do
Yes.
you think like they at night,
I've
like
never had Xenons before.
right?
Oh, mate.
So you can't compare them to like normal.
Are the way forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the ones.
They are so good. I mean, I know it's headlights, and you go, it's like a 300 horsepower BMW. Why am I worried about the headlights?
No, yeah, but you
turn
need
them
to.
on in the dark.
Yeah.
You need to see at
You know,
night.
when they swivel and they adapt themselves to the brightness.
I really like this car.
I do as well.
I do. Which
like
is
it.
not good because I'm thinking about changing my car, and now I really want to get one of these.
They are good prices at the moment.
Well, that's like when you look at. That's another thing to talk about, right? So you paid how much for this, Barnes?
18,000.
When you look at what else you can buy for that money, it just makes sense. Like you can get old shape S3. Well, they're more like 16, but you're not going to get a new S3. So you're going to get an old shape S3, and that is a dated interior. Whereas this is a nice place to be.
Well, I drove side by side the RS3 and this, and they were the same year,
Yeah.
same mileage, and the RS3 just felt like it was a 10-year-old car.
Really?
Yeah, I find the Audi, apart from the brand new models they've just brought out in end of 2016, 2017, prior to that, all of their sat navs, their dashboards,
Oh,
all the
so
same,
dated.
and they look
So
really
dated.
dated.
Yeah.
So
And that's where BMW have sort of gone, well actually let's do some little tweaks, let's update them, you know, even though this is a pre-facelift, it was facelifted from the original one, wasn't it?
And it's a nice place to be, man. Like you think, I mean, I can't think of any other car for that money. Like, otherwise, you're stretching yourself into the 20s for like the new Golf R or the new S3.
24, 25.
Yeah, and are you going to do any mods to it?
I am, yes. After the coding,
Yeah.
sorting out all the computer bits and pieces, then the Maxton Design body kit parts, so front splitter, rear diffuser,
Nice.
side blades.
Bit more-
Carbon or black?
No, black, gloss black.
It's
Yeah,
not real
it's-
carbon.
it's
so
not.
you don't
Isn't
want-
it?
you
No,
don't want-
Maxton Design.
Well, even the
are
M
very
Oh, is it?
performance.
Oh, is that stuff?
It was the Riga
right.
body kits that weren't. But I don't want to put a big Larry body kit on it. I just want the extra little touches.
flares, little flares.
But then no, I might put a M Performance exhaust on it. But you know that's a £500 outlay. So
It's a lot of money,
It's
yeah.
not really worth it.
They do sound nice, but it sounds nice standard. And the other thing I was thinking about is like people remap these. I don't know if it needs it. Like I know it's always nice to have more power, but at no point was I thinking, oh, I wish this was a bit faster.
bit faster.
Like,
so that,
I wouldn't have used any more of the throttle.
yeah, no, I do agree.
The only time you're going to notice it is in like a straight line drag.
Yeah.
But then what? JB4 plug-in module takes this to just over 400
That's a lot.
without doing anything
That's a lot
else.
of brake horsepower.
I think you
innit?
definitely want the diff then.
Has it got that start-stop thing where you stop and then it turns itself
and I will
off?
be having that coded out.
Because that is so annoying.
With a passion.
When you stop at a traffic light. Then
when
you go to a roundabout,
Yeah.
and you go to accelerate off, and of course the thing's got to start before you go anywhere.
Yep.
So you spend a second while it turns on, and then by then you're in danger zone.
You've missed your gap.
You've missed your gap. Geezer in the
Your wife's
transit.
left you.
Yep. Thing that I love is has it got keyless entry?
Yeah.
So it's got comfort access basically.
Oh, that's
Right,
nice.
Full comfort
Because
access.
you said
Yeah.
about warming the seats up when it's cold.
Yeah.
I can come out, open it, turn it on, and walk off.
Yeah.
No one can drive it without the key. So if I go back indoors and finish my cup of coffee,
Yeah.
the car can be running for a few minutes
And not warm the seats up. Sorry, but
Should we give it a rating? I don't know. Like, should we?
Yeah.
Didn't even think about that.
Didn't even think
Is there
of
a rating
ratings.
system? What, like out of 10 or 5?
10
How many
out of
dropped
10.
GoPros out of 10?
I don't think.
Well, we need
I
to
don't know
check
if
the
the one
back
is still on the
GoPro.
back.
If not,
I think I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
I like it.
I was thinking that. I was thinking 8 out of 10.
Okay, so
I
let's
like
decide.
it.
So-
Don't
So
like
how do I
it.
switch it off?
Press the button.
Press the button. No, not that
No,
one.
that's the-
That's the stop.
the start
that
one.
one.
Oh, right.
It's because of his elbows.
I'm definitely gonna stop the video now.
Here goes a sight from my soul.
What do we think about the M135? I'll tell you exactly what I think of it. Awesome.
I like the voice sound. It's good.
Spleen ripping.
Because we are videoing.
Oh, yeah.
This is Barnes and it's my first camera. He hasn't worked out to turn it off yet.
Yeah, you're just not doing it.
This is why it's called a rookie review. Because we haven't got anything to film.